You're not sad. Nothing bad happened. Things are actually kind of fine now. And yet, there's this quiet underneath it all. Like a room that should have furniture, but doesn't. You keep waiting for it to go away. You keep thinking, if I could just do more, feel more grateful, stay busier, it'll fill in. But it doesn't. And then you start wondering if there's something wrong with you. If this feels familiar, stay with me. Most people assume emptiness means something is missing. So they go looking. New job, new relationship, new routine, something to drop in that hollow place and fill it back up. I remember doing this. I'd feel that flatness and immediately start scanning. What am I not doing? Like emptiness was a problem with a solution I just hadn't found yet. But the searching never really worked. I'd add the thing, feel better for about a week, and then the quiet would come back. Emptiness isn't always a signal that something is missing. Sometimes it's a signal that something has shifted and you haven't caught up to it yet. Emptiness often shows up right after a period of running. Not running like exercise, but running like always moving, always filling the schedule. And then you stop, or life slows down. Or finally you get the thing you were working toward, and the quiet arrives. I felt this after finishing something I'd worked on for months. I expected relief, instead, flat. Like the engine was still revving, but the car had stopped. You might have felt like that too, this strange deflation where you'd expected something good and got nothing instead. That's not failure. That's what happens when stillness has become unfamiliar. There's a version of emptiness that just means you're in between things, not stuck, in between. You've outgrown something, a version of yourself, a way of operating, but the next thing hasn't arrived yet. I think of it like a store being renovated. Everything is cleared out, nothing new in yet. If you walked in without knowing that, you'd think it was abandoned, but it's not abandoned. It's just in the middle of becoming something different. You might be there right now. That's not emptiness as an ending. It's emptiness as a pause. The mistake most people make is treating emptiness like an emergency. The moment it shows up, rush to fix it, fill it, explain it. Stay busy enough that it can't settle. And that works temporarily, but the emptiness doesn't go away. It just waits, because it's not asking to be fixed. It's asking to be noticed. There's a difference between a feeling that needs solving and a feeling that needs space. Most people never learn to tell them apart. Emptiness can feel close to depression, but they're not always the same thing. Depression is heavy. It presses down. It colors everything. Emptiness is more like neutral, the volume turned down. Not dark, just quiet. That distinction matters, because if you treat quiet like it's dark, you panic when you don't need to. If this is depression, please talk to someone. But if it's that flat, nothing is wrong, but nothing feels alive feeling, you might not need a fix. You might just need to stop treating it like one. Maybe the emptiness isn't a problem. Maybe it's what honesty feels like. A lot of what we call feeling full is just being busy, stimulated, distracted, enough input coming at you that the quiet has nowhere to land. When your busyness stops, the emptiness isn't new. It's always been there. You just couldn't hear it before. So maybe this isn't emptiness arriving. Maybe it's emptiness being revealed. Not a signal that something is wrong, a signal that something is real. There's an emptiness that comes from living a life that looks right but doesn't quite fit. Not wrong, just slightly off. Like a shirt that's technically your size but doesn't sit well. You built the life, or you followed the steps, and they worked mostly. But there's a background hum of not quiet. The emptiness is that hum, getting loud enough to notice. It's not telling you to blow everything up. It's saying something here isn't quite you. It's been patient, but it wants attention. The emptiness is probably pointing at something specific, not everything. When people feel this way, there's a pull to make it global. Everything is empty. I'm empty. But when you actually slow down and look, it's usually one area, one relationship, one part of the day, one version of yourself you've been maintaining for other people. I talked to someone once who felt completely empty, but when we got specific, the emptiness had an address. One part of their life had quietly stopped meaning anything. The rest was fine. Worth narrowing the question. Not, why do I feel empty, but where do I feel empty? That's a more answerable question. Emptiness often comes right before clarity. Not always, but often. Before something becomes clear, it goes quiet first. The noise drops. The distractions stop working. The things you used to reach for don't do it anymore. And in that pause, that flat, uninteresting pause, something starts coming into focus. It doesn't feel that way when you're in it. When you're in it, it just feels like nothing. But sometimes the nothing is making room. You're not a hole. You might be in a clearing. You don't have to fix the emptiness to move through it. You don't have to figure it out, where it came from, resolve it, or fill it in. You can just let it be there, because urgency doesn't work. The faster you try to fill it, the stranger it feels. What if it doesn't need you to solve it? What if it just needs you to stop running long enough to realize it's not chasing you? It's just quiet. And quiet isn't dangerous. It's just unfamiliar. If you've been feeling this way, okay on paper, flat on the inside, it doesn't mean something is broken. It doesn't mean you chose wrong. It doesn't mean this is how it stays. It might just mean you've been moving fast enough, long enough, that you forgot what it actually feels like to stop. And now you've stopped. And the quiet is loud and you don't know what to do with it yet. That's okay. You don't have to know. The emptiness isn't the end of something good. It might be just the beginning of something honest. I'm Scott Stewart, and you're not crazy.